Boothill graveyard. So this is when wyattearp's problems really started. When he killed, or between him and his brothers and Doc Holliday, killed these three guys. They are the McClory brothers, Tom and Frank and Bill Clanton. And all the trouble went from there. Hello everybody. I'm quite excited. I've just arrived in Tombstone and I'm walking up the main historic street anyway. And look what's behind me. That. The OK Corral, the scene of. Amazing. So there's a little bit of history going on. I know that we've got plenty of history with us, but here we go. There's the street. And no doubt lots of interesting things to look at as we go. More later. So I've moved a bit further up the street. OK Corral is back down there. And it's sort of like I would imagine the Wild West would be. That's the other end of the street, and we're right outside Big Nose Kate's, which used to be a hotel apparently, now is probably the most famous restaurant on the street, where I might go and have my tea soon. Here we are, inside Big Nose's. I'm going to fix me tomorrow a cowboy hat from that place, but there's lots of old western type buildings, various shops and saloons and hotels, and there's also probably one of the most famous places on the street, and that's the Birdcage Theatre, which is one of the very original buildings, which used to be a saloon, gambling house, and more besides apparently. So we're going to have a look around there tomorrow. Good morning all. Back in Tombstone, and there's a few more people about, but not all that many, and I am at, when I point in the right place, Tombstone Courthouse, and this is where all the legal beagly stuff of the day went on. It's now a museum, and I'm going to go and have a look around there. And in honour of Kieran Wall, I've brought my cap. So I'm wearing a Yorkshire cap in Tombstone in Arizona in the sunshine, and it's lovely. It's keeping the sun out of my eyes in true Yorkshire sunglasses style, and we'll give you a little bit better look of the courthouse, and then we'll go and see what else we can find. See you later.
I'm going to ask you to go ahead and clear out here.
Hey!
Got it. Throw up your hand. We are here for your gun. Oh, not like that. No!
You got the guts to play for blood.
I'm your Huckleberry.
This is the famous Birdcage Theatre. I've finally got my breath back, so hopefully I can tell you a little bit about it. The guy in the photo behind is the guy that founded Tombstone, When he came here, there was an army garrison fort, little fort out of the way, middle of nowhere, and they basically told him that anything he did out here would be his tombstone. He actually found one of the biggest silver finds in Arizona, and therefore he couldn't help but name the town Tombstone. He called his first claim Tombstone, so there you go. And the Birdcage Theatre was the place where it all happened. Apparently loads of touring theatre acts used to do all the rounds, the big cities, and Tombstone was included in it. That's how big a deal it was. So you've got the stage at the end there, you've got all the boxes upstairs, both sides. You've got the down here bit for the rowdy people, like Chris Cattle and those sort of folks would all be down here, you know, whilst, you know, the rest of us would be up in the top there, you know, keeping a beady eye on them. But there's supposed to be a lot of original bullet holes in this building. I've not found any yet, but I'll report back. Signing out for now. Howdy partners, and here we are in Tombstone. It's the middle of the afternoon. We've got wyattearp here, wandering about aimlessly, but I'm sure he's going to shoot somebody. There's a lot more people about. There's a Wells Fargo stagecoach down there, and there's more people about, although it's not busy, but this is their quiet time. So, and there's going to be another gunfight apparently. Gunfight at OK Corral. Partners, just out of interest and because it's a fantastic name, this is Tough Nut Street, and it's named after the Tough Nut mine. Funnily enough, there were a ridiculous number of mine claims in Tombstone, nearly 500 I think, and they were all named appropriately or inappropriately as the case may be. So anyway, this is Tough Nut, and this runs parallel to Allen. So Allen's to my right, which is the OK Corral Street and what have you, and down here we've got various bits and pieces, but the bit I'm going to go in when I get my finger sorted is the well, what is it? It's the Gunfighters Hall of Fame is where I'm going next, and there's the courthouse somewhere over there. When I get it in, I can't see for the sun. There it is. So I'm hopping in there now. It's closed. Anyway, you can sort of see up here a typical gunfighter and how he died. He's got quite a lot of bullet holes in him, and that usually kills people, apparently. But yeah, I'll have to find something else to do. There's old car thing going on today in Tombstone. It could be in my honour, I don't really know. But you may recall Blondie singing about cars-ish, because she sang about and it eats up cars and eats up bars and etc, etc, and then she said something about Mercury's and Subaru. When you don't stop, you keep on eating cars. Then when there's no more cars, you go out at night and eat at bars, etc, etc, etc. This is a Mercury, and you know, whilst I like Scooby-Doos, you can't argue with the old Mercury, can you? You didn't disappoint. Only Big Nose Kate's was a bit of a disappointment for tea last night, but there you go. I had a much better luncheon here at the Crystal Palace, which has the massive old bar in it, and yeah, a good day out. I've not seen half the things that I maybe wanted to see, but I've seen a good proportion. I'm going to pop up now and see the memorial to the founder, and we'll have a quick look at that. But otherwise, thanks Tombstone, it's been emotional. I couldn't go, could I, without doing it. OK Corral, Okay, corral, there the outlaw band made their final stand. Okay, corral, gunfight at OK Corral. Ta-ta for now.
Buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew they were shy. Ran around in my hand with a granddad back, hit a little hot little thing. Pull my time out there, so step on that copperhead road.
So here we are at the monument for Ed Schieffelin, who founded Tombstone. He said he didn't want to be buried in a cemetery. He just wanted to be out near his original claim, which he called Tombstone because the local soldiers basically said that's all he'd find out here, his own tombstone. He called his second claim Graveyard as well, apparently. So he's obviously had a bit of a sense of humour, bless him. It's so peaceful out here. And if you have a quick look round, it's absolutely beautiful. So you can sort of get it, really. And I'm going to show you that. I'm just going to move. You may not see me, but hopefully you'll see the rest of the landscape around there. So, well done, Ed. Look what you started. All the best.